So here's the concept. When this guy grabs, every art that I've seen needs to get away. This is the way out, that's the way out. This is the way out. That's the way out. Lots of ways out. We don't do that. When he grabs us, we basically say thank you. We grip him, and now he's our weapon to be used against the next guy. When that next guy comes, right? So let's have this guy grab. When the next guy comes, obviously distance equals time. We like to give ourselves some distance, but that might not be the case. I think he might be intelligent enough to go around this guy. And when he does, and he's within range, this is what we use to deflect and to block. We're using the other person. We're never, ever, 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 ever. We'll take a look at that. Okay. We're looking to see who else is done. We're preparing to break up that zone. I don't know if you can see that. That's what's going on there. We're preparing for that next attack, always the next attack. And if you got to take a look, I don't know, you're right? I don't know if you got to see that, but when we came through here, when we're striking to take position here, we're using that person as our deflection. And that's just a simple concept that we're doing to lock up both people so that neither of them can move. And I'm looking at the third guy. That's the line. That's our art. It's built off of a lot of people say the samurai art was built off of the sword. I don't argue with those people. Historians state that the samurai art was built off of the spear, because the true soul of the samurai is the sword. And the historians go, nah, the true soul of the samurai was the spear. It really, in truth, was based off of walking. That's what it is. The concept of what can we do? As a race, we're very good at walking. So here's just something I'm going to throw out. In the animal kingdom, what makes us special? Camels, awesome because they're carrying their lunch on their back. Cheetah, bursts of energy, sprints. What do we got? We got our brains, but what do we got? What physical prowess do we really have? We can walk. Definitely the opposable thumb. Definitely the opposable thumb. Yes?
2 legs. You can walk upright, so that might help a little bit.
Helps a little bit, I've heard studies about, being in the field. You can see above the grass line. I've heard that that's how we survive. One thing that is really remarkable about us is that we can walk. We can walk miles. We can walk miles and miles and miles and miles. I once heard a study that said that we can outwalk a horse, which seems impossible. It seems impossible. But supposedly, horses need to drink. They need to stop to drink, and we do too. But we can walk, or we can drink as we walk. Supposedly, that's the thing. That's the thing that we got. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not in that arena. But when thought about, that is truly what the samurai art was built off of. It was built off of walking and stepping. Taekwondo guys stretch like crazy. We don't. No, I'm about that flexible. That's it. Other people work on developing other skills that are only developed through practice of insane amounts of balance. And, I've seen Kung Fu guys do very strange things where they sink and then they throw this leg up here, and they throw this one out and this one out. All kinds of interesting, intricate movements. Ours is really based off of this part. That's really what we're basing our art on, which is kind of a strange thing if you take a look at it. It's like, how could they base an entire art around that? Well, let's take a look. There's differences, and then we'll get into technique. When this person grips me, let's say they grab me with 2 hands. Right? And we were talking about this before, I have to do that too. When this person grabs me too with another 2 hands. Right? Our plan is to attach this to our body so that I can move with it. And the concepts are very, very simple. Nothing's complicated. If it were complicated, you know, first what I'm going to do is this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that. The plan was, if anything was difficult or complicated, you would die. That's really what it was. So I've seen a lot of interesting arts throughout the years, and one of the things about arts is the more advanced techniques, you do more. And in our art, the more advanced techniques, you do less. I'm going to come here and project. And that's the plan, that's the simple plan. You know, I'm going to use this guy to laugh that guy. I know how to use a staff, and that's what we're doing. Now we're just doing stuff slow because I just want to demonstrate how it's done. I don't want to get too many. Another concept is through the use of my steps, I can rotate and lock a person more easily. Because I'm not focused on doing anything irregular or uncomfortable. If that makes sense. Okay. Multiple attacks are what every martial artist should be thinking about. If they're not, there's a problem there. When a samurai attacked in a multiple attack setting, it wasn't what I said before. It was never about throwing the same technique twice. If they did that, they're kind of cluing their attacker in on how to defeat them, because everything is accepted. Oh, I can't get me great. Ooh, what else is it going to do? What else is it going to give me? So, when a man attacked another man, it was about pinpointing where he is, right? With a strike, okay, he's right there. And then with that strike, attacking him with the rest of our body, leading with that first strike. Whether I made impact or not, my hands point out where he is. So my striking pattern might be this. The plan behind that is when this attack comes, I know where he is. This one's going to follow that attack. This one's going to follow the railroad track to that attack, and so will this one, and so will that one. Until I get a result. My result will be some type of stunning effect, some type of movement, and I will go off of that movement. So, if it was as simple as this person's doing a punch, and I can hit it, and I create a movement with that strike, boom, I would move with that movement to create attack. Why? Because it's too difficult to catch. Excuse me. In the samurai arts, it's too difficult to catch a fist. My sensei used to say, how do you catch a fly? He was talking about this being a fly. You can't catch a fly, it's too difficult. You need to anticipate where the fly will be. Where will the fly is? Think about a boxing match. How many punches are thrown in a boxing match? You know how many punches are thrown in a boxing match? Hundreds. Hundreds and hundreds of punches. Okay? Hundreds. And does the guy go down? Not necessarily. So the concept is, this is a professional fighter, that's what he does for a living. If that guy goes down, you know what's going to happen to that guy? He's going to lose the match. Is he going to die? No. He'll be all right. Now what if he were going to die? What if this was a life or death situation? Do you think he could take a little bit more? The concept is, if it's just striking, he's not necessarily going to go down. The other concept is, we don't strike any place where the man can take it. So if we are going to hit you, we're only going to hit you in vitals. We're only going to hit you in the throat, in the eyes. Only going to hit you behind the jaw to remove your jaw. The only reason why we're going to grab you is in some type of vital way, so that you're screaming in pain, so that we're clouding your mind with pain, or we're attaining superior positioning on you so that we can make you run into strikes, so we can fix what's wrong with the punch. And we'll get into that in a little bit.